Flip up!
Well, folks, welcome aboard 934 Tango. My Bonanza. Technically, it's a debonair. It's a poor man's Bonanza that has been in the shop recently for annual. It was about a 10-day annual this year, which was my shortest yet. I've done 4 of these. And a number of issues popped up, as do tend to pop up during annual, but nothing... bank account busting. And because I fly everybody else's plane all the time, I thought I would clear my schedule. Did one lesson yesterday, which was Saturday, October the 17th in the morning, and I wanted to keep the day open so I could fly 934 Tango here up to Peach State Airport, a little bit south of Atlanta. And it's a gorgeous grass strip, and there's a restaurant on the field called Barnstormers, and so we're going to go up there and land there. I would assume it would be a fairly active day there because the weather is perfect. It's about 80 degrees right now. Scattered clouds, although for most of the morning it was blue skies. And anyway, I'm looking forward to it, and I'll introduce you to a terrific field. Peach State Airport. It's a privately run grass strip, and the grill called Barnstormer's Grill serves up terrific food. So welcome aboard the debonair 934 Tango for this very short flight up to Peach State from Quincy, Florida to Juliet 9 near Tallahassee. All right, here's 1-4. Off we go. Got a couple of birds of prey circling the runway. I wonder what happened here. Dead rat. A dead opossum or something, I don't know. There's 80, and up we go. Now, in departing Quincy Municipal, I have a couple of departure procedures. I do a pre-departure briefing before every takeoff, most of the time mentally, sometimes verbally. And if I were to ever lose an engine, we've got this terrific bypass right below us where we could land if we needed to. When you're taking off on 3-2, there are less desirable options, but there is a field about 20 degrees to the right of the runway that can be used as an emergency landing site. So when you fly one of these light single airplanes, it's always a good idea to conduct a thorough departure briefing. Frankly, any airplane you fly should include a pre-departure briefing, because boy, if you lose an engine on a twin, after the gear is up, shortly after rotation, you're going to have a sick bird on your hands, but at least you'll have the benefit of an extra engine if you can handle it. In a light single, all we've got is one. Anyway, we are heading to Peach State Airport today. I've mentioned this like 5 times already, I understand, but I'm just so excited to be going there. I've been there once or twice before, south of Atlanta. And it's about, from Quincy, it's about an hour, 10, 15 minute flight. Maybe a little bit faster. They had a fly-in yesterday up there. I don't believe it's a weekend log event. I think it was just a Saturday thing. But the great thing about Peach State is there's always an aviation party going on by virtue of the fact the grill is right there, and it's open Saturdays and Sundays. I think the only days it's closed during the week are Mondays and Tuesdays. So it's a great place to rendezvous with fellow aviators. A lot of taildraggers fly in there. And today we're going to be flying this beautiful Bonanza. I'm sorry, poor man's Bonanza, debonair into Peach State. You know, the Bonanza was built to be unapproved airstrip performer back in the late 40s, and so they land just fine on grass. I wouldn't recommend doing it in a Cirrus or a Mooney, but certainly Bonanza's handled just fine. So, welcome aboard. We can talk a little bit en route here about the annual I just did. But first, let's get flight following from Tallahassee approach. Always a good idea to have VFR flight following if you're traveling cross country and you're not IFR. I don't always file IFR on a day like today. It's just so beautiful out. I don't really see a need to. But I do want the benefit of radar services from ATC. There we go. Tallahassee approach, good afternoon. Bonanza 934 Tango, just off Quincy with a VFR request.
914 Tango, say request.
Yeah, it's at 934 Tango for Bravo Echo 33, just off Quincy. Requesting flight following up to Golf Alpha 2 at 5,500 feet.
All right, you're going to have to find me a 3-letter identifier closer to that. Golf Alpha 2 is not going to work.
Okay, could we do, how about Griffin 6 Alpha 2, is that possible?
Yep, 6 Alpha 2, we'll put that in there, stand by.
Great.
Bobcat 1-3, you're 7 miles from the final approach fix, turn right. Heading 330, maintain 2,000.
So again, Peach State is not the most well-known airport in the world.
330, 2,000 still on the approach clear to the ILS runway 3.
It's privately owned, open to the public. No services, no instrument approaches, none of that kind of stuff.
090.
So perhaps that's why he wasn't able to put it into the system. If any controllers are watching this video, you'll have to tell me what qualifies an airport.
Bonanza 934 Tango, squawk 1553, maintain VFR.
155334 Tango.
Or 934 Tango, radar contact 7 miles north of Quincy Airport. Your altitude indicates 3,800. Tallahassee, altimeter 3017. Give me the altitude you're requesting again.
Yeah, we're going up to 5.5, 34 Tango.
Roger.
Tallahassee approach air shuttle 591, crossing 12.5, descending 900,000 direct to the airport with information, Bravo.
Air shuttle 591, Tallahassee approach, expect visual approach runway 27.
Visual T7, is 9er available by chance, shuttle 591?
Negative.
Alright, we'll change it up.
Anyway, the annual inspection on this plane is now done. Boy, time flies. It feels like it was only yesterday we were doing the 2019 annual inspection. The big item to address this go around.
Sierra Tower 118.7.
And you know, you never really know what the items are going to be until you open the plane up after your warm-up flight.
Cessna 2 Bravo Sierra Tower
Was a cracked propeller spinner backplate. So it's the component of the spinner assembly that goes on
Air 1 Kilo Bravo, reduced speed.
the engine flange, the crankshaft flange. And it was cracked almost all the way around, frankly. It was about a 300-degree crack. And in one part of it, it was quite deep. Obviously, had that propeller backplate assembly come apart, that would have been a very bad day. So I'm glad we caught it. But it was an expensive fix, not as expensive as my mechanic thought it was going to be. He said it would be multiple thousands of dollars. Well, it was $1,000. Expensive enough though, right? And so I ordered the part from Tiffin Air. By the way, the folks at Tiffin Air were terrific. I heard about them on the Bonanza Society Maintenance Tips Forum. And they're based up in Ohio, and I ordered the part from them on a Monday, and I had it in hand by Wednesday. It came.
Alright, you coming in broken? Say it again.
It was drop shipped from Columbus, Georgia, which is just up the road from us. So it was very convenient. So if you need, you Bonanza drivers, if you ever need a propeller spinner backplate, I recommend Tiffin Air. They were great. Now it was a different shape. On the rear of the unit than the one that was on the aircraft, on the spinner. We're a little concerned about it fitting correctly, but it did. It looks like Macaulay improved the design. I've got a Macaulay Black Mac conversion prop. Looks like they improved the design in this one. It appears is less prone to cracking, so that's good news. And then other odds and ends with the annual, we had to replace the spark plugs. You know, the spark, your spark plug is in pretty bad shape when the center electrode transforms from a circular shape to a football type shape. And, I don't know, I would say about 8 out of the 12 plugs were football shaped. So we took care of those. And there are a few issues with the flight control system that we had to address, some tightening of a bearing here. We had to figure out what was causing squeaking in the control column there. But all in all, it was only about a 10-day annual, and that was my best yet. You'll find is, for those of you who are new to aircraft ownership, the longer you own an airplane, the better you know it. The more items you have already had addressed on it over time, and the easier annuals get. So this was a relatively easy annual as annuals go. But we're back in the air, and that's great. So how better to celebrate than a flight up to Barnstormers. We're leveling here at 5.5. What I like to do is let the airplane speed up a little bit, wide open throttle.
34 Tango, contact Jacksonville Center 134.45, connect.
3445, US 134 Tango. A wide open throttle, prop pull forward, and then I'll begin reducing. In this case, I think we'll cruise up there at 22 inches, and we'll take the prop back to about 2,400 RPM and see what that gets us. Got a little headwind today, just a little headwind, about 5 or 6 knots. So we're doing 141 knots across the ground right now. You know, the Debonair is a 4-man's Bonanza, so we have a bit of an undersized engine on this plane, a 470 IO470K, 225 horse. So unlike the G36 Bonanza I fly, I will, you know, where I flight plan for 159. This one I flight plan for 145, and that's a pretty fair number. Now I'm only burning about 12.5 gallons an hour, about 80 degrees rich at peak, so there's certainly benefit in that.
Contact. Approach 132.37, traffic pass number head 12.2 miles.
Jack Center, good afternoon, Bonanza 9034, Tango level 5.5.
Bonanza 934 Tango. Jacksonville Center Road, good afternoon. Albany altimeter 3026, maintain VFR.
2634 Tango. He called me Bonanza, which I like to hear. I will tell you, going back to the whole Debonair thing, some controllers are wise, and they will look at my aircraft type. I'm a Bravo Echo 33. I'm not a Bravo Echo 36, A36 or G36, or a 35, a VTAL 35. They will look at my airspeed. I'll ascertain, well, this guy can't be an F-33 or an E-33 Bonanza.
Count 45, you look for...
which are Bonanzas with, you know, 520 and 550 horse, 520 and 550 engines. 285 horse, basically. And they'll say, well, you know, this guy's going so slow, obviously he doesn't have one of those engines, so he cannot be a real Bonanza. But he must be a poor man's Bonanza. And so they'll address me then as Debonair. They'll say Debonair 934 Tango. There's a controller over at Tampa Approach who likes to do that. If you're watching, you know who you are. You call me Debonair after I check in as Bonanza. More power to you. But that is a good way to ascertain if a 33, a Bravo Echo 33, is a Bonanza or a Debonair. Going to have a slower airspeed if it's a Debonair.
Number 1 kilo, I got clear C4 across C4 at 3000, and I'll have the approach clearance once your counterpart cancels.
Okay, direct C4 3000, 1 kilo echo.
Blue Street 56 CCT, contact Jack Center 128.07. November 934 Tango, contact Atlanta approach 125.5.
25.5, 34 Tango. Atlanta approach, good afternoon, Bonanza 934 Tango, level 5.5.
Bonanza 934 Tango, line approach, level altimeter 3021.
21.
Atlanta 25030, we did good afternoon out of 1000 for 3000, 270 on the heading. 25030, line departure, ident, on and maintain 6000. On up to 6000 now, 030, thank you.
Atlanta approach, Bonanza 5 Hotel Kilo with your level 7500.
And 5 Hotel Kilo, line approach, on the altimeter 3020.
3020, 5 Hotel Kilo. Airline approach Bonanza 934 Tango. Have Peach State in sight. We'll cancel Vfr Flight Following this time.
November 934 Tango, roger, radar services are terminated. Squawk VFR and change to advisory frequency approved today.
VFR, use well 34 Tango. So, of course, he assumed we were going to Griffin because that's what was... I should have told him to have Griffin in sight, but that's okay. I think he probably gets it. So, we're squawking VFR here.
For 1 Charlie Sierra, to maintain substance.
As we descend to Peach State, which is about 15 miles out. It can be a little difficult to find sometimes, so keep your eye out for a little grass strip. Alright, so it's a short field landing. We'll set things up as we typically do in a Bonanza. Only we're going to come in a little bit slower than we typically do it with full flaps.
Henry County traffic, Cessna 269, turning right base, right crosswind, runway 6, Henry County.
Here's our gear extension speed, we're a B, and down we go. Gas on carriage mixture prop gum check. Complete, we got a green light. Great thing about a Bonanza is you set 15, 16 inches on downwind. You fly the downwind level at 120 knots, and the airplane will fly itself on rails when you drop the gear. We're going to turn right base here. And when we get established on right base, we'll extend flaps. In this airplane, 4-man's Bonanza, I don't have approach flaps. It's all or nothing, so we'll get them all. We're within the wide arc, here come the flaps. What a great airport. Love it. Reminds me kind of Pioneer Airport at Oshkosh. Those of you who go to Oshkosh every year know exactly what I'm talking about. Peach State traffic out of Bonanza base to final full stop. 13 Peach State. There she is, folks. Peach State. So we're coming in here at about 90 knots. I should say 90 miles an hour. Miles an hour in the poor man's Debonair. Nice stabilized approach. We're about 500 feet per minute down. Just what we want. Coming over these trees and something on the runway there. Hopefully won't be there for long. Okay, it's a little... looks like an ATV or something. Here at Peach State, we land uphill, folks. Look at that, huh? Here come the flaps. Oh, what a great airport. Don't you love it? Well, folks, welcome to Peach State. Pleasure flying with you as always. I'll do a little tour of the grill area, the hangar area here. This really is a slice of aviation nostalgia. And I just get goosebumps every time I fly in here. So great having you along for the ride, and hope to catch you next time. And what will most likely be a Beechcraft Bonanza of some sort. We'll see you next time, folks.